Good evening, everyone. It is the 31st of March. Welcome to the Manchester United agenda. It's like international break eve or something. We've made our way through it. There's been some football on this weekend that I enjoyed, and we're ready to talk about Manchester United versus Nottingham Forest. And I'm joined by three of my favourite people tonight, and it looks like two dogs. So, Yabba, how are you this evening? How's the weekend?
Say Yabba again.
Yabba.
My dog's name's Yabba, and you see her head turn. Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm watching the game, the under-18 game. They're playing Aston Villa right now, and it's still 1-1. So I think they're going into extra time. I see a couple of guys in the comments are watching that as well. It's a bit nerve-wracking. Common United playing at Aston Villa. It's sort of really tense at the moment. But yeah, I'm doing all right. I've had a long day at work, and I've come home to beautiful people. We got knocked out of the cup yesterday, 5-1, 6-1, something like that, in a cup which we probably weren't going to win because it gets harder and harder. The teams in the next round, semi-final, were tough. So, but the weather's nice. The weather is beautiful out here today, and how long may we continue the hour? Obviously, we spring forward another hour. I don't know how that works with you, Dora. Do you? Because you used to be an hour ahead of us recently. Now, how does that stand? Are we leveled up with you?
No, you're not.
No.
Yeah, I'm still 1 hour ahead.
So were we 2 hours? Were you 2 hours ahead last week?
Wait, so, you didn't change the clock.
Yeah. It's 9 o'clock.
It's 9 o'clock, but yeah, it's 10 here. 10 p.m. Yeah, so nothing changed. We changed the clock as well.
So you lot go as well?
Yeah, everyone. I thought everyone in the world is doing that. No, like time saving. Like Americans call it time saving or day, whatever that they call it.
I am
savings hours.
Oh yeah.
So why don't you just leave it the same? I'm confused at why they do. I thought it was. I'm ignorant. I thought it was just us.
Science, Mr. B, science.
Well, it's not science. We changed the clocks because like it's less like certainly in winter it's less dangerous for people in the mornings and things. You want to like give more light during the day for like even kids going to school and stuff. But it's for farmers, I think, originally.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So like in Sri Lanka, for example, I've been there 5 times. It's beautiful country, beautiful climate, but every day at 6 o'clock, all year round, it's dark.
So equator.
Yeah, so they don't get 9 o'clock, daylight hours like we do in the summer. It's always dark at 6 o'clock. The sun sets around 6 every day.
Almost as if the world was a globe. Mr. B, how are you? Dora, how are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm again under a bit of weather. Like we had a lot of rains. It was great. Then it was raining for 2 weeks. There were floods near me in the areas as well, which is insane. But yeah, I'm doing good personally. A bit exhausted. I think I need to eat more quality food and exercise more or something. But yeah, I'm working on it, honestly. But yeah, it's been very busy in the last couple of weeks, and yeah, honestly, I just strolled through this international break. I don't know until you told me that we are going to go live today. I don't know anything what is happening to the club. I watched only Croatia during the break. No one else. Like I'm just so I was outside of football during these 2 weeks, and you know what? I feel good, honestly. But yeah, I'm ready to get back in. I missed United, even though they hurt me all the time. But I missed United.
Mr. V, what a day you've had.
Stop coughing. Yeah, the day was all right until 8 o'clock. And then everything just went tits up. But look, it is what it is. It's Monday. Got 5 days until my favorite day of the week, so I'll just have to suck it up. But Yabba, my team won 4-0. We're up to second in the league.
Well done. Well done.
We were
Champions League place.
We were away, so we're home this week against the league. We're going to win the league because they're 4 points ahead of us, and they've got a game in hand. But out of pride, I think we're going to dick them on Saturday. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Saturday.
Any match reports? Or just a quick summary of how it went down.
We battered the shit out of them, bro.
Right.
The week before, we were rubbish. This week, like you could hear, like in the week, the group was quiet, innit? Everybody turned up on Saturday, boy. Gave him the instructions, boy. The first maybe 4 minutes. 4 minutes is a long time at our level of. They didn't touch the ball.
Wow.
We did not touch the ball. We went forward, backwards, and then we ended with a shot. And then they came out and they did their bits and pieces. We got 2 penalties in the first half that were penalties. One of our players got punched. The other one was
What?
shoved.
Was it by the keeper?
No, it was just a defender. It was a defender.
Just punched him.
It sounded like it was a rabbit punch because the ref didn't see it, but he saw him go down on the floor. So he knew it was a foul, but couldn't work out if it was a push or whatever. Yeah. But he said, he gave him a punch in his ribs. So he went down in the second half. I've never been so happy. I've never been so happy. I was jumping on players' backs. I was kissing their heads. There was, when a game, everything in a game is just exactly. The week before we were shit. Nobody listened. We didn't pass the ball out from the back. This week, I said, if anybody kicks the ball long, they're fucking coming off. Nobody kicked the ball long. They just played the ball out. We smacked them. So yeah, I'm buzzing. I've been buzzing all weekend.
Mr. B. Oh my days.
You know what's gonna happen next week, though, isn't it?
Did you get your kit back, Yabba?
Nah, that's a big problem. Because it means the only time we can do it is when there's no Sunday game. We're gonna have to shoot up there. And Saturday mornings, we tried it last week because it's a football pitch. They have games on there, but Saturday morning we went up there last time, wasn't there. Went Sunday morning, they were locked. I was there last Sunday, it was locked. This week we were playing. So what my friend's going to do, he lives quite near my sister. He's going to try and arrange because the key is at the local clubhouse of Airfield United Football Club. So he can get the key, but it's just a bit of a nightmare getting the key, then driving to the ground, which is like 5 minutes away, walking up this long thing, getting the, it's just, and all for people who just like a bit ungrateful. So we're doing all this donkey work for people where I'm annoyed with them for leaving the flipping bag in there in the first place. So yeah, but Bill, well done, Mr. B. I think I'd love to. I mean, you got to just running by the league table. You're playing this week. The team that's above you.
Yeah. There's a team top, but they're 4 points. They've got a game in hand, and I think they're 3 points ahead of us or 4 points ahead of us. But just out of technically it is. I don't think we can win the league, but I will take second. I will take second or third. I'm going to be pissed with because we finished third last year with a different team in a different division, but. I'll tell you, man. If we get second, I'm going to be smashed the whole summer. I'm done.
Bath time. Your football? Did you play?
I did. We drew 1-1 in not a particularly fun game. Nothing really happened. I had to play centre back, which I didn't really enjoy.
Again?
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you it's coming. It's coming.
It's not coming. I'm leaving. I'm pessimistic. Honestly, centre back. Like I know you like it, Yabba, because it's a bit of a battle and stuff. But you just can't get involved in the game.
Yeah,
like you're waiting. You're waiting.
Players ahead of you saying, "I could do much better than that."
Yeah, they can't control a ball, and I think the only thing that's nice about it is that all centre backs, probably you as well, are addicted to just occasionally thinking that they're Glenn Oddle or Beckenbauer or something and hitting it 60 yards into the car park. I tend not to do that, but like no one can control the football if you give it to them like properly over 20 yards there. So it's very frustrating, but I'm lucky to be playing, so I enjoyed that.
Big up Stephanie because she said
very good.
Time
Beckenbauer.
Time, wow.
Good one. I used to get told off, Steph, for playing long balls all the time, so I think
sign him up.
Yeah, no,
Why?
I wouldn't listen to Mr. B's playing it out from the back. I'd be boot it.
Look,
Win
no,
second
look,
balls.
no. And this is the point, bath time. They've tried. One, the kick doesn't go straight. If the kick would go straight, where you move, everybody moves to the left. The ball goes out of play on the right. You know what I mean? There's no.
It's like one of my golf shots.
No. Play out from the back, set yourself up, and then when they come and press it, you pass around them. So yeah.
Pressing.
Pressing in the Sunday Day League. Jesus.
No, they listen, and this is my point. They had one striker, I swear to God. All he did was swear the whole game. He couldn't get near the ball, in it. And he's the first 20 minutes, he's huffing.
He's like Rasmus, huh?
Knocking the ball one way, knocking the ball, and then he's turning around. Where the fuck are you? We're on the halfway line. As soon as they move up, boom, 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 straight through him again. Oh, we told you. He's out there. It was, they just, I nearly said the C word. It's just lovely. It's just lovely when they bitch and moan and cry. You break them.
I don't understand why they just don't defend in a block. It's so easy and it's so effective and it's so difficult to break down. But everyone is
bath time.
Like there's a winger or a striker who suddenly just loses it. You think like there's a big wasp on the pitch, the way they just suddenly leg it at a defender and just watch them go, like that bloke in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest who goes out just jumps out the window. Like, what are you doing? Just stay in a block, and then eventually, like someone like Barthenbauer at the back will just try and knock it 70 yards, and you got the ball back easy.
I did that. We in our quarterfinal yesterday. I said to them, set up, because the team are very good. They're top of the table, and we knew they're tough to beat. But I said, look, set up well, organized, keep it compact, and all this kind of thing. And after maybe 5 minutes, we were 2-0 down, just from balls played past Kahinde, his side, and
whose side?
My brother's. Yeah.
Was he at left back again?
He was at left back again, and so the same guy scored 2 goals early on, just through the channel. He left a gap, and it's just disappointing because when you set up a game plan, like you just said, I was just listening to say yes, up a block, and that's what we said set up to do. If we could, because the second half they hardly scored, we could have contained them, but they scored like they were 4-0 up in the first half, and it's because you lose hope. I'm usually quite vocal, but I just lost hope. I didn't say anything after that. I just thought, this is done. I can see everyone's head go down. So preparation is everything. And, no matter what you do, you can beat these better sides, Mr. B. I can't wait to see what happens with your game this weekend, against a team that's above you. You can beat them. I know you can beat them. But if you prepare yourself properly, but if your heads go down, you lose goal early, or you go 2-3 down, the game's over. And then you just got to suffer.
Yeah, it normally is after if you go 3-0 down. I just like, look, players are, you get some decent players in Sunday League, but they're in Sunday League for a reason. And professional footballers have a hard job breaking down blocks. I never understand why teams don't work more on just being in a block, keeping the spaces narrow. I mean, how many
want to
boys?
Score bath time.
I know.
Saturday football's not about defending, man. You go out there and tell these players to sit in a block, they're going to be so pissed. And someone said, you say they wouldn't understand. Some of them still wouldn't understand what they were doing.
I'm telling you, it's like they think they know better. Like, so I set it all up. Yeah, they do. Yeah. They come out and think they know better. So I always stand the other side of the pitch to where everyone is standing on the line, because I don't want to have anyone in my ear. I just go to the other side, away from them, as do my thing. And then one of the guys come over and he started dictating, telling me, no, come out wide. I thought, so look, we're trying to play narrow, just keep it like that. Oh, but they're going to spray the ball. I said, well, if they're professional players and they can spray a diagonal, switch to play that way, then fair play to them. But I'm not having them play through the middle like they did for the first 2 goals. So football's a funny old game, isn't it? Saying it greasy, it's a funny old game. But I'll tell you something, because last point on this. The pitches, I don't know how yours are, Mr. B, or yours on a Sunday bath time, but the pitches have been muddy. It's been turning up with all the mud and all that. And I'm thinking, great, we're going to go out there. It's sunny. It'll be nice and smooth. But because it's been muddy and bumpy, the pitches now are nice and hard, but they're bumpy. You can't hit a straight pass without it bumping up. And there's so many times pass has been made and it's gone under someone's foot or over someone's foot. It was like comedy of errors out there. It's hilarious. There's why I came on for the last 5 minutes because one of the guys done his groin or something, and I wasn't prepared for this. And I thought, oh God. So I went centre back, and I wasn't ready to play properly. And then Zico's at left back. I'm on the left side of the centre back on the back four. And I'm thinking, I just want to get the ball on my feet and just pass it and do whatever. Ball comes over. Zico, no pressure. And I'm like thinking, all right, he's going to bring it down. Or mate, I'll say, yeah, just set me inside or something. Just tap it. It's gone under his foot, or he misplaced it, and and then the guys ran on, and then I was out of breath from running back, and I got frustrated. And then I thought, all right, there was a goal kick, and we keep hitting it long. So because you're allowed in the half, aren't you? You're allowed to set up in your own half on a goal kick. So we had a goal kick for the first time. We don't do it. I said, give me the ball. Told Zico, hit the touchline. Give me the ball. But first pass, played it out to Zico. Just got it. He played it into the guy in midfield, and he was under pressure. So I just moved into midfield, told Zico tuck in, and received the ball in the middle of the park from the guy. Nice square thing. And I'm thinking, rather than go forward or do anything, I just play it back to there's my centre back and the right back over there. So I played it into that area, and lo and behold, none of them peeled off or anything like that. And they just stood there, and the guys run through. And from that, maybe a couple of minutes later, they scored. And then I look back, and for me, I look back devastated, thinking that's my fault. But it's like when I was really going through my head all day, all last night, and I'm thinking, was it really my fault? And the answer is no, it's not my fault. It's not. It's not my fault. I've done the right thing from what I've been trying to do. It's just that people aren't on the page. I tried to be proactive, tried to keep the ball and play things, but these guys, I don't know. I get a bit frustrated sometimes because the basics. A lot of people talk a lot of good football and everything, but it's just the simple things about creating space, peeling off, getting to areas. These things are easy, but they don't do it. And
you got to do training, Yabba.
Sorry?
You got to do training with them.
Anyway, let's get on with the show. Does anyone know the score of the under 18s, by the way?
No, but Andrew is
know.
watching the under 18s. Dora knows. Come on, Dora.
Still 1-1.
It's still 1-1. Yeah. Extra time. 102nd minute.
All right. Should we do some comments?
Yep.
All right. We got Ajmal. Good evening to you, sir. We have Subvids. We have Simon Warner. Of course, we have Stephanie Griffiths. Simon is glad that Fulham lost. Poetic justice for knocking us out.
Really?
Not sure if that is poetic justice, but we'll allow it. Andrew's in the house. Don't know how long he will be on for. He came out of hospital with COVID and is still absolutely exhausted. That sounds awful, Andrew. You have my sympathies. For the farmers. Yes, Richard. Changing the clocks is a pain in the neck. We do it again in 6 months. Do you have like a grandfather clock or something? Like my phone just does it for me automatically.
I had it until a few years ago, and then it just, stopped. It stopped working. The clock ticking. Like it's not even the batteries. It just died. It died. It was, I think, in household for more than 10 years, and it just died. But I remember as a kid, I need to get this anecdote out of my mouth before we move on. But my father had a aunt in Herzegovina who was a very huge lover of clocks. And whenever you would go into the living room, she had over 10 clocks in the living room. I mean, just in the living room. And whenever you are, and she was very religious, and she would constantly pray and everything. And whenever she's praying and all that, the clocks would just tick all the time. And it's not even it's not a pleasant thing. But yeah, we had TLDR, right? TLDR is that we had a crazy aunt, rest in peace, who had 11, 12 clocks in her one room. and she prayed there and everything, and yeah, it was
Were they all in
insane. But, yeah.
unison?
Sorry.
Were all the clocks in unison ticking?
I don't think so. That is the point.
Yeah.
They're like it's constantly, ringing in your ear. And I was very young. I was like 5-6 years old. I remember it vividly, like the sounds of those freaking clocks. So yeah, I had to get it out of my my stories are always, kind of on the limit of being a bit crazy. But yeah, we had a crazy aunt with her love of clocks.
Okay, good. I'm glad you put the L in there. The world is a snow globe at Christmas time. Yeah, but what's going on?
Like
Going
light,
to sleep.
it's giving me a headache. I've got a bit of a migraine, and lights really give me a headache.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in Croatia, like Dora. Dora settings.
Yeah. In the dark.
Okay, good news. Euro is back. Bad news is Maguire is too. Surely you won't like that, Yabba.
No comment.
No comment.
I've got nothing to say. You're trying to push my buttons today, bath time. I know. It's working.
I'm not pushing anything. If our under 18s go through to the Youth Cup final, we might get something out of a season as Man United's club as a whole. But still in the Europa League.
I think the people forget that we're going to win that tournament,
Oh God, Mr. Bish.
Are we going to win it?
Listen. I've said it from before Christmas. We're still. What is this? Nobody's taking me serious. I said it and people poo-pooed me. We're going to win the Europa League.
Where's the
You heard
final?
it first.
The
Where's
final
the
It's in Bilbao.
somewhere small.
Okay.
Bilbao.
What Bilbao?
That's where the final is.
Oh, nice.
Yabba, who was the best player on the pitch? The other 10 players just didn't show up. Yabba was the best player on the pitch.
I clearly wasn't, because I came on for 5 minutes.
Yeah. And then you spent a couple of hours formulating excuses. Blau stopped watching at full time. I have a cuckoo clock. What's a cuckoo clock?
Cuckoo every hour.
The bird comes out.
Yeah, something like it lives in a house and then it comes out.
Yeah.
Well, lives in a house.
Yeah. It does. It's got its own house. It's a homeowner. And then it pops out to tell you that it's time to get off its lawn. Steph's eldest grandson couldn't say clock when he was little. He said something else, which was close, but rude and amusing. Very infantile, I know.
I mean, unfortunately, I said that word as well a few times on this channel, and it wasn't in the context of the clocks. It was in the context of chicken, which you... I should have just stuck with American word for it, but no. Let's do this one.
There was also the time you told us what Riska meant, if I remember that correctly.
What?
Was it Riska? Your nickname as a child? Riska?
Oh my God, how do you even remember that? Christ's sake. Like some of the skeletons on this channel, please don't go back to streams.
Okay, we will win the Europa League. It's Canny. Hello, Canny. How are you? I had some messages off Canny, but they're on my WhatsApp phone, which I use for football, and I was so angry in my football team, I hadn't turned it on for like a week. I just didn't want to hear from them. Got 11 likes, 16 people watching. And hot news, we alter the clocks again in October, but we have a lovely summer first. And big up to yourself, Canny. Right. We're playing Nottingham Forest this weekend. Did anyone watch their cup game against... Was it Fulham? No. Who did they play? Brighton. Thank you. Did you watch it, Yabba?
No, I've watched bits and bobs throughout the weekend. I watched more so a bit of Crystal Palace. I thought they were brilliant, but I did watch a bit of Nottingham Forest, and I was listening to it on the radio as well. So I'm not too informed about it. Dora, do you know?
I mean, it went to penalties, so it was a tough game in the end. But I haven't watched it. In all honesty, I just saw the results. I saw that it was very. It was. I know from the results that it was a very tense penalty shootout, and in the end they won. So yeah, not like I don't know anything from that game, in all honesty. But no. I take that back. Apparently, Chris Wood is injured, but I don't know if it's due to him, being injured during the international break or because of this
No,
one.
it's during that game. It was during the game he got injured. And funny enough, they started without Elanga and the Chelsea boy,
Hudson-Odoi.
They were on the bench. So that says to me that they felt maybe the league's more important, getting top 4 Champions League rather than the FA Cup, which is massive. Imagine that for Nottingham Forest, who have got an opportunity to be their first FA Cup for years. They chose to sort of start with a weaker side.
It's the money, Yabba.
Okay, yeah, true.
It's the money that comes in. I mean, like, look at Aston Villa. I think at the moment they've got something ridiculous, like 99% of their wage budget is being used at the moment. But next season it's going to skyrocket because of the money that's coming in from the Champions League. They'll be able to get players like Rashford, Asensio. Who knows? Like,
it's such a risky business, but it's very how do you say it? Ambitious from their side, because they could have just be a mid-table team, like for example someone like Brighton or whatever, and they wanted to invest in the club, and kudos to them in that regard. And yeah, it'll be tough. I don't know how they're going to handle it, but I mean they have rich owners, Aston Villa. I'm not sure that about Forest. I know that they spent insane amounts of money 2 seasons ago, and it's coming to their.
Well, I think that was brilliant. What Forest did is they just said, like, they looked at the league, they knew they were good enough to stay up, and so they were just like, yeah, whatever. Like, we'll take points deductions, and just got loads of players in, and you can see it now. Like, they must have signed over 50 players in like 2 or 3 seasons.
Chelsea before Chelsea.
And it's ironic, really, because watching the FA Cup quarterfinals the other day, and Preston were in there, and Peter Risdale, remember him? He's involved with Preston, and he was discussing obviously the gap between the Championship and the Premier League, and he should know all about that as well because of the risk that he took, and then it backfired on him when he was at Leeds.
Yeah, like he sold future gate receipts, didn't he? And then rented a goldfish or something. Absolutely crazy. Mr. B, did you watch any of the FA Cup?
No, I didn't. We're not in it, so I have no interest. I'll be honest. I know Rashford's. No, I'm not a fake. I'm a United fan. I don't care. We're not in the FA Cup. I don't care if they don't finish the final. I'm not bothered. I'm glad for Rashford. I want him to keep doing what he's doing, so that we can get the money that we want from him in the summer. It still hurts me to see him playing in a different shirt, but look, it is what it is. Man City, I hope that they would have gone out just to open it up to the rest of them. But we're not in it, but I have no interest when we're not in it. You know what I mean? The final will be on, and it'll be one of them. We'll have our cup final, our charity cup final day, but it'll be on. But we're not in it, so I don't really care.
I think it would be fun if it was like Forest, Villa, or something. Teams that haven't won it for a long time.
Lovely. I'll take that.
And I'm not a huge fan of Newcastle United, as you all know, but I do think it was wicked to see like a bus parade and things. Like, it's nice to see like a fan base enjoying themselves after like a
more fans than City.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the last time they've won, like it was 60 years ago. So
70 years or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Chicago Cubs story with Newcastle. Oh my God. But yeah, I mean, it's cool to see, but I don't care about Newcastle, honestly. I'm like, I just hate other clubs.
Yeah.
And more some than others, but yeah, I mean, kudos to them, I guess.
I watched quite a bit of the FA Cup, to be honest. Like, I watched Forest, and I watched Palace versus, I can't remember who Palace played, Fulham.
Crystal Palace versus Fulham, yeah.
Yeah, like we're gonna struggle. Like we all went for Wharton as our sort of fantasy signing. We're gonna struggle to get him. Like he's such a good player. Mateta was very impressive, but man, Forest, I was like, Elliot Anderson is one hell of a footballer, and that Yates is annoying as well. I'm a bit worried about the quality that Nottingham Forest appear to have like. I don't know where they've got it, where they've all got it from. Like even their left back, like that Aina or whatever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He's a decent like attacking player. I'm a bit worried about this game tomorrow, to be honest. Like they've got a lot of quality, Forest. Mr. B, who should we be like worrying about? Do you think?
You're muted.
I think it's the two that didn't start. Alanga, I think, is going to have a point to prove, and the fact that Wood is still out. Who did they play up front on over the
Alanga
weekend?
played down the middle when he came on.
Yeah, they started with some guy that I can't remember his
They got
name.
that African guy, the Nigerian guy. I don't know if he's still playing him.
It must have been that guy started, but he's not.
That's it.
Taiwo.
Iowoni, is it?
Awoni.
Taiwo Avoni.
Awoni.
Something like
He's
that.
not very good.
I mean, if he's a system player, obviously he's not going to score the goals that Wood's going to score. But if it's a system thing where they play, but are they going to sit in and just wait, till the last 25 minutes and then bring on the runners, or are they got what they do to teams
Forest.
that they fear? Yeah. Or are they? That's what they've been doing, really, isn't it? Hitting teams on the counter, or they're going to come out and play because they think they can beat us.
I mean,
I
they've
think they'll-
beaten us this season already.
I think that they'll
so
start
they will.
like strong.
Yeah. I think that they're going to dominate possession, honestly. I think we are going to be on the back foot. Maybe I'm just...
We're at
maybe
home.
Who cares? Who cares? We are... Mr.
Got
B,
beat
come
3-0
on.
by Bournemouth at home.
Do you
And
know
we
what?
lost to them 3-2.
Do you know what? Maybe because we haven't, absence
I know.
makes the heart grow fonder, innit? I haven't seen
Yeah.
them play in 2 weeks, and I think I've forgotten.
Look.
Maybe I've forgotten how bad we've been, but we haven't been bad recently. No, I don't see them dominate possession. Not
I
at
don't know. I
Old
just
Trafford.
feel like maybe you're right, Mr. B. Maybe I'm overreacting, but on the other hand, like I can see this team, surprising us in terms of all of a sudden, you have few guys back and everything is clicking, in the last few games before the end of the season. And
We're away tomorrow.
Sorry, it's
we're away tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh God, I thought
We lost at home.
See,
Yeah,
it's
we
saying,
lost at home.
oh God. All right, I'm gonna take. Sorry, I'm gonna take all of that back. I'll take all of that back. Yeah.
Maybe we surprise them. Who knows? Maybe this whole we are going to sit back and cash you from the counter. Maybe it backfires. But yeah, I mean they're a very organized team, and we are kind of struggling against those teams. But we will see. Maybe Amorim pulls something out of his ass tomorrow.
And they're a very punchy team, Forest. Like against Brighton, I wouldn't say that they struggled in possession, but they were playing a block. It was difficult for them. Like they were trying to sort of like burst their way through and things. But the less possession you give Nottingham Forest, I think the more dangerous they are.
Yeah.
So
That's
this
Nuno
is
ball,
why,
right? Nuno ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I think that we might actually be all right with them having the ball.
Yeah.
Like I think that they're more likely to hurt us without the ball, like in transitions, than they are to sort of like break us down and so on. But I'm not sure. It's like it's just with current United, you feel that like if we go a goal down, we don't have enough like bullets and firepower in the team to kind of like punch our way back into a match. So whatever happens, we've got to keep it as tight for as long as possible and hope that I hope that miracles happen. Yabba?
Yeah, I do think that Forest have played brilliant this year. The league doesn't lie. They are where they are for a reason because they played really well. But what I think tends to happen, teams that are inexperienced and not used to being up there, they tend, when the pressure, this is the crunch sort of time coming up now, Easter and then up until April and May, you're going to start to feel it. Every game is going to be pressurized because they're expected to do something, And can you believe it? They're expected to beat Man United. How long has it been since they were said that? Previously, it'd be like, I can't wait for Man United or Liverpool when these big clubs come to the City Ground. Now they're sort of sick to having us turn up on a Tuesday night with the expectation that they're going to win. Amazing. I just think teams like City, Nottingham Forest, sorry, played at the City Ground. They would be under a lot of pressure, and it'd be interesting to see. I thought they were going to fall to the other day. I think they lost something like 5-0, 6-0 in the Premier League to maybe Brighton. I think it was. They lost heavily. I thought, okay, here we go. The pressure's getting to them. I think the pressure's going to start getting to them very soon about Champions League because it's been talked about and they believe it. All the players will start believing in it, but I don't think they're experienced enough. I mean, Chris Wood is a championship player. He's been playing majority of his football, I believe, in the championship. You got Morgan Gibbs-White, who's played for Wolves in the championship, played under 21 football. Hasn't really got the credentials to be a Champions League player. You got Elanga, who's the only one there in that squad who's played Champions League football and scored Atletico Madrid. Because he's come from Man United. Apart from that, I mean, Hudson maybe's played a couple of games, but apart from that, they're very inexperienced. And I think tomorrow, they will, as Bathtime said earlier, I think because the expectations too high, we got an opportunity to really put a dent in their top four campaign and shut their fans up because who's the Nottingham Forest fan who used to come on the show, Mr. B?
Is he called Dora as well?
Doors. It was Doors, isn't it? Door, yeah.
I haven't seen him for time, but I'm sure if he came on now, he would be bigging up because he was bigging up before. He used to big it up before, like he can have it and that sort of thing. I imagine him now, he would be like, playing us down like we're nothing. We are still a good side. We've beaten some good sides this year. We've not Arsenal at the cup. We've beaten Liverpool, I believe. No, we haven't beaten Liverpool. We beat City. We can on our day do the job. So don't write us off. I think we can go to City Ground tomorrow and do a good job. Not because we're better than them, but because we are the expectation is too high and they're going to start to crumble.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's have a look at some comments. Stuart, good evening, Stuart. Let us know if you went to the protest at the weekend. 2-1 win tomorrow. Simon, Newcastle are still milking it. Only another 70 years to go until the next trophy. Yeah. I do like Newcastle hate, but I think they're entitled to milk it for a bit, aren't they?
The rest of the season.
Yeah, like they're on the beach now. Andrew was impressed with Palace. Palace played well. Palace were really good. Blau was cheering on Preston. Like, obviously, Moyes and Beckham with the Preston links. I don't see how we've got any chance to get Wharton. Do you know what? I was watching Wharton play and I thought, this might be an exaggeration, but I thought he does look like a young Tony Kroos. Like,
oh my God.
Left-footed, just the way he moves.
Left-footed,
powerful, upright, good at receiving stuff. We're going to have difficulty getting him, to be honest. Steph, Forest play for each other. That's the key. We'll win tomorrow. We've not played for a while. We should be fresh. Good. I like this. What film is this from, Yabba? Life is like a box of chocolates.
Forrest Gump.
And that's what we're going to make Forest look like tomorrow, a bunch of Gumps.
By the way, it was Bournemouth that beat Forest 5-0.
Oh my God, Bournemouth is such a, I don't know how to say it. Like, they're such a strange team. They just, they're flying and then they are, not flying. So inconsistent, but
I know, like that Semenea or whatever, he was the guy that absolutely tore Yoro to pieces, wasn't he? And yesterday he did something like he lost 30 joules or something. Like, absolutely mad. Right, Bilal, you think a 1-1 draw tomorrow?
If I see another draw or loss this season, I'm going to lose it. Like, we are sitting at 13th for 3 months already. Like, I cannot take it anymore. I need us to go up just for a bit.
We won't. We're going to stay in that
I
position.
know.
We're going to stay there.
Crystal Palace are playing, I don't know who. I think they're playing Southampton. They're going to win as well. So we are going to stay at 13th.
hopefully, they're just going to focus on the FA Cup and they'll drop a place or two. The Forest centre-backs, by the way, are the real deal for me.
Yeah.
Like that Murillo, very, very
and
good.
Nikola
very
Milenkovic. Good. Yeah, that Serbian big dude that scored against us.
Because obviously Chido is playing in the game today, so there's no chance of him playing tomorrow. Rasmus is going to have difficulty, I feel, against these two.
Milenkovic is going to kill him on the spot.
Yeah,
Rasmus he scored goals. He should be confident now. Yeah, I know. He's gonna get smashed. I know.
United to edge it 2-1 tomorrow. Nice. Canny's off on one about shin pad sizes. Obviously, he's having to shop for some shin pads today. And here's Solo. Hello, Solo. I hope you're doing well. It's annoying, isn't it? Now the weather's a bit warmer. You can't cheer yourself up thinking about Solo in the cold. Sometimes it's better to be away from home in a game like this. I agree, actually. I think that Yabba might be onto something that, the crowd might get a bit edgy and so on. Like, maybe we can... Actually, we can't. 2-0 to Forest. If Forest win, it will be the first time they've done a league double over United since Cloughy. Jesus.
Oh my God.
What else have we got here? Dora, I agree with you, but I just struggle to see us stack some wins.
Yeah.
Never mind, we have a Nana. It's true.
Oh, God.
3-0 United, Xerxes and Bruno. Oh, God, yeah, that's something we've got to talk about, isn't it? 12 likes, 17 people watching. -9 will score. Right. Look, I will stop wearing my thermals as from tomorrow. Go Commando. So really treat yourself. Right. Bruno has been linked with a move away from the club. Is this bollocks? 90 million to Real Madrid?
Oh, God.
No chance.
God.
No chance.
Who even started this room? I'm saying this on Croatian, whatever portals, websites as well. Like, who are you taking those news from? Like, apparently, Real Madrid aren't going to, extend Luka Modric's contract. So now they're looking for other options, and the first option is Bruno Fernandes. And I'm like, come on, like, ChatGPT wouldn't, think about this news. I don't know what is going on. I don't believe it, honestly.
Do you think it's that crazy? I don't think it's that crazy.
It's not crazy, but I think it's nonsense. I think it's fabricated.
The prices.
And the
prices.
Insane.
If they had come in with 50 mil, I would have more believed it. And then I would say the club would still probably take the money, to be fair, because they'll see it as all profit, because his contract, his amortization or whatever the word is, has already been paid up. So if they'd come in with 50, maybe I would just okay, maybe think about it, but there's no chance. Why are they going to be 90 million?
I mean, they're stacked as well in the midfield. They have Valverde. They have the young.
No.
Really?
Not for, like, you think about, like, Modric and Cruz kind of finished now. Like, Modric, he comes on.
Cruz is not playing anymore, but Modric
exactly.
isn't going to play.
And you think about who they've got in the midfield. So they've got Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni. I don't know.
Arda Güler.
He's more of a forward, isn't he?
The guy who's playing, who was on loan at Arsenal,
Dennis Ceballos.
Ceballos, yeah. I think there's room for Bruno
and Bellingham. The thing is I think Bruno would actually suit them quite a lot because he does the running for one thing, and they need like people that can sort of cover Vinny Jr. and to a degree Bellingham and Mbappe. But also he launches the ball forward quickly. I don't think that there's huge creativity in that Real Madrid like team. And losing Modric, I know he's a different player because Modric is more of a knitter and a shuttler and things like that. But Bruno, I think that Bruno would be a decent player for them. It's the price that I agree with is a bit too much.
I think he would suit. Sorry, Monty, but I think he would suit them with the style of play. Like, and he has 3 best players in the world, except Rodrigo, but he has Vinicius, he has Mbappe, he has runners, he has Bellingham, who is going to be at the end of his crosses and going to space. I think it's an ideal situation, but it's just not even too many egos. It's just I don't think it's realistic. The prices are just too huge. I think Perez is going to look at it and say, I'm getting this guy for 20 mil or something. Like, he's just like that. They're always have leverage above any club in the world, and that's an issue.
That's so true. And as we saw with Trent recently going to Real Madrid, looks like he's going there. I saw an interview from Rooney, and he said that in 2010 he was had a few issues at Manchester United, and there was speculation that Man City were in for him. But he said at the time Chelsea, Barcelona, and Real Madrid were interested, and Barcelona, he was having talks with them. They had Messi and Busquets. He thought, wow, I wonder if I fit into them. So for about 2 days, he said he was actually in talks with them. But in the end, he decided to say it's to sign Man United, stay with Man United and sign with them. But that is a head turn. It's a bit like if you're a Formula One driver, there's one team that you can hardly refuse, and that's Ferrari. And that's Real Madrid are the Ferrari of football, because every footballer dreams, no matter who you play for, you love your club. If you get a call from Real Madrid, you've got to actually consider that. So I think this, even though we could poo-poo this news about Bruno going there, for one, I think he would be a fantastic player there for them, especially what they need right now. And 90 million is not too much, because I think it's not. I don't think that's a joke price. I think that's fair. That's a fair price. Bruno, we might laugh at Bruno in the Premier League and all joke about him, but on the continent, he is a quality player, and everyone knows that. It's just that, over here with all memes and social media, that's where the reputation comes from. That he dives, is this that, but we're forgetting his tally, his goals, his determination, his professionalism. He's a fantastic player. So I think 90 million is fair. Real Madrid might have the money. They're always in the Champions League. They've got money to burn, and they can always create that money. And I think he gives them experience. Because when you mentioned Modric going out and what they have, they've got Camavinga, Tuchemende, and they've got Valverde, and they've got Celibes. What's the guy? What's the name?
Ceballos.
And Bellingham.
Bellingham plays a bit further forward. Just there's lack of experience there. And I think that he would be a perfect player for them to come in. So I wouldn't write it off.
Do you think Trent's going to go as well?
I think so,
yes.
I think so, yeah.
But that's interesting that if this is true for Real Madrid to have their 2 sort of Galactico signings coming from the Premier League, like that's never really have they, apart from Ronaldo, they've never, no Galacticos ever really moved from England. I'm not having Steve
Beckham.
Beckham, that's true. Was Modric a Galactic? Was he a big signing?
I mean, the fans writ him off when he turned up there. It's only through time that he's actually,
Yeah, Mourinho gave him a chance, but he wasn't a Galactico signing at all.
No. All right, we do have some comments. Steph, it's another distraction we could do without, but it might be our Coutinho moment. It could also be our Gareth Bale moment, to be honest. It really depends how we spend that money.
Bale was a Galactico signing, by the way. Fun fact.
Yeah, that's true, actually. So there have been a couple. There have been
Yeah.
a couple, have they?
Yeah.
Hazard as well.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
it
Yeah,
was-
completely.
Yeah.
You're right. It's been loads. Courtois. Bruno would elevate that Madrid team, honestly. And if I were him, I would seriously consider the interest.
I think
No
he-
one in the
as I said,
world.
look, if they come in for him, I think he'd go. I think he would be interested. Amarin doesn't want him to go, but I think the club would sell him. I actually think the club would sell him.
For how much?
I reckon they'll sell him for 50 mil. They've got their money back. Well, they've doubled their money. I reckon they would sell him for 50 mil. I reckon they'll sell him for 50, 60 mil.
Oh, and replace him with Cunha.
Yeah, and probably you're probably right. Bath time. Cunha and another central midfielder.
Yeah.
Right, I think this calls for another show.
Well, more role play, more Dungeons and Blazers.
Dora, do you want in? What role could Dora play?
I'm trying to think. She could be Bruno. She needs promises in order to stay at the club. Who will be signing, where she's playing. Oh dear, the youngsters are.
Oh God, they're going to lose this one. Yeah, I mean,
that's true. Ruud went to Madrid.
Yeah.
So did the weirdest one I think ever was Tommy Gravson. Do you remember him when he moved to Real Madrid?
Yeah.
Or Jonathan Woodgate.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
he had one of the
greatest.
greatest. He had the best debut ever. He was out injured for a year, came on, scored an own goal, got sent off all in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, and he never played again. And he went to Spurs.
Look at this. We got the most dysfunctional chat ever.
United
make another roll. Excuse me?
United are out. They've just lost a penalty shootout.
Yeah, only one pen was scored from United side.
Only one?
Yeah, out of 4.
Oh dear. That's not. Yeah. That's a shame. That's pressure, surely, isn't it?
What would you do, Bath Time, if the biggest Man United podcast channel called you out and asked for a transfer? Would you take it?
Probably not, to be honest.
Who would that be? Who's the biggest channel?
United Stand.
United Stand. So United Stand are saying, Bath Time, we'd like to sign you from the United agenda. Would you like to join us?
Not really, because
he would get banned after 1 week.
It's not just that. It's like, just think of the people you're talking to.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't want to diss any of these people, but they don't know. You know, in my opinion, there's not a lot I can talk to them about that is particularly interesting. So I probably would
sign them.
Yeah, I'd probably turn that down. Andrew, if you're asking, you can't. Would you? Why, Yabba, would you?
Let's start putting rumours out that Bath Time's signing for a United Stand.
This is what Tyrone keeps trying to do. Is Tyrone apparently knows Mark Goldbridge and has known him for like a long time, and he keeps trying to get me on the United Stand, and I'm not going.
Go on. I think you should go.
I have absolutely no interest in talking to those people. Stretford Paddock as well. It's just not interesting to me. Like, would you, Yabba? Would you go?
Yeah.
If they paid me, yeah. If they paid me massive amounts of money, yeah.
If they're paying, I'll say goodbye, guys. I'm gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast is signed.
Dora, what do you do? They offer you a salary and they say, we want you, Dora. We're going to give you 200 grand for the year. What are you going to do?
Yeah. If they
obviously,
pay,
she's going to go.
Of course, I'm going to go. Come on, you need to live in today's world. Come on, like.
What if they offered you 50
You need to
quid
be financially stable. Sorry.
What if they offered you 50 quid a show?
Sorry, can you repeat? I didn't.
What if they offered you 50 quid a show?
I'm gone.
50 quid, 50 pounds. That's like 70, 80 euros, right? That's not bad. I would take it.
I'd
would
take
take
that
it.
as well. Now I think
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
That's like someone's day salary or something. Like I would take it to yap about United for half an hour. With I'm not going to be too rude with some people. I would take it. Yeah.
Mr. B, you take
Yeah.
£50?
Yeah. And like, this is my channel, and I'll still go.
That's why we've lost the stream yard. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Yes, Steph, that's chicken's feed. Yeah, you are secure. One stream, you get £50. That's literally their 2 month, 2 month, feed. Yeah, you can feed them for 2 months. I'm not even joking. So yeah, you're absolutely right, Steph.
Would you ever worry about like the sort of like the response to you and things? Because like the bigger channels chats are filled with absolute morons that like they can't really sort of think. They just, it's either brilliant or it's rubbish, and they do come after people. I'd find that particularly annoying. I think
when I'm used to this, I don't I don't really care. I'm at the age now, I don't care what people think about me, what they say. But when we were doing the Saeed channel, because there's so many comments, I would go and, like, after the show, I'll go and read a few things, and then a few things were said about me, which is like, and I think you get it with the youth of today. It's like they're saying things like, "Oh, he's old. What does he know?" Like dismissing me like I'm old. I'm past it. I'm not cool. I'm not down with things. And it kind of, I'm not bothered because who the hell are you? You're a little kid. But I was in Iceland today, and shall I tell this story?
yeah.
Go.
Did someone recognise you from Saeed TV?
No, well, the kid. There's a guy in Iceland who does know me.
In Iceland.
Yeah.
You were in Iceland.
It's a supermarket.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sure.
And there was just about the state of the kids, the mentality I'm talking about. Like what was on Saeed's channel in the comments. There was kids in there that go in there and steal regularly, and they're sort of like I think they're Arab or
Okay.
Anyway, you don't need to know where they come from. They
no,
still
but
yeah.
give you an idea. So there's one Arab guy, one Somali guy, and all I could hear is some commotion. By the time I got to the till, I'm looking, and I know all the staff in there and the security guards, and they're saying, "I'm going to bang you. I'm going to bang you. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bang you." And I said, "Oi, well, behave yourself. What's wrong with you? Have some respect." He said, "No, you done this," and I said, "No, for yourself. Have some respect for yourself." And it turns out he'd stolen something from the shop, but he wanted to bang this security guard and bang the guy because they confronted him. It's like, and that's the mentality. That's what I'm saying to you. The whole point of why I'm telling the story is about the mentality. When you go on these shows, like a bigger platform, you're likely to get more exposed to people like that, and you'd have to just completely you can't no point arguing them. They will come for you no matter what, without any respect. So have some respect for yourself. Like the guys in our comments, that's why I like you guys. You have respect for yourself and respect for us, and that's why we get along so well. Bang means punch or whatever.
He knows what it means.
Yeah.
I just like, as I say, I think I'd be like you, Yabba. I wouldn't really affect me. I just find it tiresome that you go there.
Don't read the comments. Just don't read the comments. You actually made the effort to go back and read the comments. I couldn't give.
What were you expecting? Yeah, but you're saying, "Oh God, Yabba knows everything." God, he's
what it is, Mr. B got good things. Like, when I've read your comments, Mr. B, they've always been like, for some reason, no one wants to mess with you. You've got this.
Sorry.
No one wants to mess with you at all. It's always like, "Oh, Mr. B, cool." But I think because I talk, I think it is. If I was to be like, "Nah, bear, things going on United. Hate
He's
United,
a baller."
Yeah, cool. If I talk like that, maybe it would be easy. But because I talk how I talk, I think people think you're soft touch. Mr. B got a growl to him. He don't play. He's like someone's uncle.
Fuck off, yeah.
They were calling you in the comments uncle.
That's a great example of what he's saying, to be fair, Mr. B.
Okay, fair enough. I don't
So you restrict any kind of attack on you because you're like, you look like you could switch any moment. You know?
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's what it is, then yeah, I'll take that. Then if that's what it is, then
I personally think it probably would. I imagine you brought up Harry Maguire quite a lot, and maybe Scott McTominay.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And they lose their minds.
yeah, Maguire. Yeah, you know what you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Oh, that
And
maybe
the
that's
thing is-
why then.
yeah. But here you've got the opportunity to sort of like make your case about like Maguires and McTominays and things, and our chat is extremely dysfunctional and are always telling us how boring we are and stupid. So,
But this is the thing: the more bigger you get, the more prone you are to attacks. So bath time, they'll probably like try and cuss you about your voice and say, "Oh, you
yeah.
twat" or something like that. Dora, they'd probably say that you're some sort of Russian spy or something. You know? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. They're always looking to bring people down. You know, and this is a horrible thing about society today.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why Yabba won't be joining the United stand in the foreseeable future.
I will for 50 quid.
I wonder if Rude will still be Leicester boss when they go down. Wouldn't have thought so.
No.
He's
No
done,
chance. No chance.
he's done terrible
Why
for
not?
them, to be honest.
Why
What
wouldn't
faith would they have in him? Come on, he's lost every game they've played. You know, they're going to go down with, and there's going to be players who are going to leave. I mean, I don't even know if there's any good Leicester players.
Harry Winks.
Exactly. Triple sigh, flipping heck.
All right. Canny saying, I would say I'm not going no way, and then boom, next show I'd be like, hello, welcome to the United Stand. United Stand agenda merger. We'd probably get Solo coming back for that.
Yeah, innit?
Yeah. Yes, that's true. You can't have a different opinion.
That's the
Nerd
thing about echo
mentality.
chambers.
Bigger channels have to be like that. I've stopped watching United Stand just because they're rage baits and their ball knowledge. But I don't mind the United Stand as much as the rest of you people in chat. It's just you have to understand what it is. It's like it's just a sort of, I suppose, in a way, a bit of a it's like a personality cult crossed with like Andy Peters in the broom cupboard or whatever. It's like you don't watch it to sort of see it for serious stuff, and like the bigger channels that are all focused on banter and stuff, it's like they're kind. It's a bit weird. They're all like sort of 40, being like trying to be entertainers and things like that. It's clinically fascinating, but
Probably
it's-
most of them make up, make up that they were professional footballers once upon a time. So
You know,
that's
they
the
had
case as well.
the other day they had like an award ceremony for YouTube channels. I thought to do maybe podcast, sporting podcast, football podcast, and it was Flex.
yeah.
He
He
won.
won an award. His channel, whatever it is, won an award. So him and who's the comedian guy, the African
KG.
KG, and two other guys I didn't recognize. They all won an award for their podcast. Must have been done really well this year, you know.
Yeah.
Is that okay? There's no comment on that from you.
No, I'm just saying
You're
they
just
actually
telling
have
us.
award ceremonies for things.
Yeah.
I don't know where we were.
I just make up awards for us.
Would we?
Joey. Yeah.
This is why we've won 3 Ballon d'Ors.
There you go. See, YouTube Ballon d'Or winners. We need
Yeah.
to get off. We need to get our 3 stars by our agenda badge, innit?
Absolutely. I can tell you the shows we won Ballon d'Ors for. The Takeover Special, the Eye Test, and Dungeons and Dragons Roleplay. Like,
Get Dora's Creation fan club to authorize it to hand out the awards and just do an award ceremony.
we could do it at that concert you're going to, Dora.
Make it say legit, yeah.
Oh my God! Imagine that. Oh my God.
Are we doing a watch along tomorrow?
Not if I can't fucking log in.
Okay. No, we're not doing a watch along.
sorry, Simon. I've had a bad couple of hours, man. That question touched me a bit. I apologize. We will see tomorrow. I'm having a few issues with the StreamYard, so we'll see.
All right, Patrick. I keep up with Howson and Stretford Panic, but honestly enjoy it here because you can say your opinion and it's okay to think differently. Appreciate it, and we appreciate you as well. I think we're all right with.
I'll say Stuart Howson. Is it Stuart Howson?
Steven.
So.
Stephen
Howson.
Howson.
Stuart Howson managed Arsenal.
That's right. Houston. Stuart Houston.
Houston, yeah.
Beam me up. It's Stephen Howson. He's lost a lot of weight recently. He's been doing
100 kgs. He said he lost.
Amazing.
Yeah, they all have. They've been on the Ozempic.
Yeah.
He reckons he hasn't. He reckons he was training, innit?
Is that what he's saying?
I think he's training. Yeah.
Well,
He's training. But well done to him. I've been quite inspired by that. I've just been, wow,
You're so cynical, BT.
So what are you gonna do, Yabba? Now, come on.
Well, it just inspires you. So like, I'm on a little diet now at the moment. Sort of fasting, intermittent fasting. So I haven't eaten. I only eat between sort of 12 and 6. And it's doing well.
Does that work, or does it just means that you eat more food because you're bloody hungry?
I was 135 kg. I'm now 121 kg. So 135 kg is about 22 stone. I was walking around at 22 stone.
No wonder you can't do fucking push-ups. 22 stone.
Exactly. So now I'm down to 100. I weigh myself today. I'm 121. And I didn't even notice. I still feel overweight, but obviously from this intermittent fasting, I've lost a bit of weight, which is good.
Well done, Yabba. I'll support you on that one.
Thank you.
22 stones.
135 kilo. I don't know if I can work that out. I'm sure it's up to 22 stone. I was 135 kilos, or maybe even 100, pushing 140. Does anyone know what that is?
140.
I was pushing 140 kilos. I'm sure. I went on there one day. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it.
If I go above 73, I genuinely have a meltdown.
Wow.
All right. That is wow. You do have a calming voice, and you should do ASMR.
What's ASMR? AS, Mr.
Dora.
SMR are people who put their mouths on a microphone really, really close, and they just, they are whispering, and it's kind of comforting for some people. To me, it's not weird. It's just I'm feeling uncomfortable when I'm listening to that. But yeah, SMR is that.
I've never heard that. So people.
So it's like this, That, yeah.
It's like bedtime stories, isn't it? Like people use it to sort of sleep.
Are you serious?
Like rain, like sounds of rain or whatever. People are listening to that to.
Like really, with the Hoover or the hairdryer or whatever it was.
Because I see the videos on YouTube. Oh, relaxing night storms. I just go straight past that. Are you serious? People will sit down and do that to make you go sleep.
Yeah. I mean, some people are like there are a lot of women who are very explicit in their. Sorry.
What does mean?
Yeah, you have to explain. Go mad.
They're kind
very
of
women.
They want
women
to attract certain type of people to watch them. Tap against the freaking microphone or whatever. It's weird.
Okay.
Oh, the ones who wear less clothes. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. My mind was somewhere. Okay, right. I got you. Okay, maybe I need to watch the video then.
Well, yeah, watch one of Yabba's ones. Sits there working the mic.
Guys, are we going to get score predictions in?
Yeah, we are. Put your score predictions in. Good evening to Eddie's Football Waffle. Good evening to Harvey Young, who's off on Twitch at the moment. Why don't you come and join us on YouTube?
Do you think the players in Manchester United?
No, they haven't.
No.
They've got worse.
No, I was trying to work out if there was anybody under Amrin who we could say did improve. No, I don't think they have.
Yeah,
Bruno's always been Bruno, and everybody else is. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, when was our last Anana clanger? Has it been 3 or 4 games?
3 or 4 weeks. He ain't played in 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Probably, that's why.
Yeah,
I mean, it's coming. We've got one due. We've got one.
Delict's been okay, I guess. Like the low's been pretty steady.
The Ligt is he needs to stop giving out penalties because of handballs.
Oh,
and it's
leave
getting
Delete alone. But there's a lot of Delete hate. It's crazy how
It's not
opinions.
hate, Mr. B. Like
What is
we are
it?
living in a world where everything you tap the ball with with the point of your finger and it's a penalty. Like just try to keep those arms close to your body. Like I'm not asking for anything, and it's not probably his fault all the time. But Jesus, it's always him. It's always the league. Just kidding. But yeah, I'm okay with the way he plays. He's currently playing with the league. I don't have issues. But yeah, I think if you look, who is our most informed player besides Bruno?
Xerxes.
Yeah, but you say, I mean, there's it probably. To be fair, it probably
He's
is.
our biggest creator,
and
with
he's
Bruno.
not scoring. Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
Oh God, we're shit, man.
Yeah, but I'm surprised you let that, like, Mr. B calling for a sort of Moriautum on Delict hate pass without a reference to Harry Maguire.
Look, I must agree. I mean, Mr. B stood by Delit since he's come, and remember we had a discussion, Mr. B, about he felt Delit was the best centre back we had, and you stood firm with that. I still disagree. I still think Maguire's better player than him, but he has played pretty well lately, so I'll give you that, and he does some good things well. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
All right, give us we'll do some chat score predictions first. Bilal 1-1, Kieran 3-2, Canny 3-0, and Patrick is also saying that Xerxes has improved and Maguire is not better than Delict, according to Kieran. Right, Yabba, give me this wildly optimistic scoreline.
I'm going for a 2-0 win for Man United. I think we could shut them out, get them frustrated, score a goal at the end of the first half, and then while they're trying to push us, we could get another goal on the break as well. Don't write us off. I remember less than a year ago, we played Nottingham Forest at home. They beat us, but I just felt that they wanted it more. If we wanted it just as much as them, we got more talent. We played them a couple of times last season. Similar side they had to what they got now. And I just think, if we matched them physically, we got talent to really hurt them. So I'm going for 2-0 win, surprise win at the City Ground.
Mr. B?
I go 2-2. We're going to score tomorrow. We're going to score, but we're going to concede. I'm going to go 2-2.
Who's scoring? And it can't just be Bruno. Yeah.
No, I think -9's gonna hit one tomorrow.
What, into the river?
No, he's gonna. I think he's gonna score tomorrow. I think he's gonna score tomorrow.
I hope he does a sue as well after he scores.
Oh God, it's what a prat. I know. And they still got knocked out the tournament knocked out next game. You know what I mean? But look, you do things in a moment. It was better than him doing his slitty one. At least the Sue one, you know that he didn't think about it before the game. I think that came into his head. So yeah, I think 2-2. I think 2-2. I do think that Fascio's going to score tomorrow.
All right, finish us off, Dora.
I will be optimistic. I think we will win 2-1, just because Chris Wood probably won't come back for this game. I think they're going to bank on the other games later in the season. They need him there. I don't think they have enough. Chris Wood scored 18 goals for them. They don't have enough, in my opinion, firepower in the attack to all of a sudden, continue scoring the same amounts of goals without him in the team. I believe that someone from either Gibbs White or Elanga is going to score a goal for them, but I think in the end we are going to score more than them, and then we are going to win. I'm not banking on -9 scoring. Whoever scores, I'm going to welcome it. I think we need a win. I cannot take us sitting at 13th, third month in a row. Like, I cannot take it, honestly. My heart, my brain, nothing can take it anymore. So hopefully we start climbing a bit up the table. I know we're not going to, because Palace are playing against Southampton. but we are going to get
Come on,
further
the
up.
Saints.
Yeah, come on, the Saints. And even Juric, who is a coach of Southampton, he plays very defensive. Hopefully, he steals some points from Palace. But yeah, so I'm saying 2-1 United.
Do you know what? I am very, very worried about this game tomorrow. I think we could get an absolute shooing off them.
Even without Chris Wood.
Even without Chris Wood. I just think that they're so powerful. They're so well coached. Their centre-backs, I mean, like, I can't see Rasmus doing too much against them. We might be caught a bit cold. I'm very worried, but I'm going to go for 1-1 because I think that you're right that they lack a cutting edge. I wasn't impressed with their striker. And, we've got a couple of players coming back. We've got Yoro back. Maguire could start. From the comments
Mount
I've
is
seen, I
back.
don't think he will. Mount is back.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that I'm hoping it's going to be a very tight game and things, but they've got so much power with Gibbs White, Adoyi, Elanga, Elliot Anderson, and I still think we struggle physically. So I'm not. I'm a bit. To be honest, I'm very concerned about this game. But on that positive note, does anyone have anything else that they'd like to share with the group?
It's like a notch time.
Yeah.
It's like a notch time. All right. It is a like a notch from me.
Like a notch.
Like a notch.
Like a notch.